you're saying about pool.
Well, there's that point, kind of like pool, golf, and darts, and then bowling. There's a point where having a little bit to drink will actually loosen you up and your game gets better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a little. But the thing about it was so I hit that point last night. Best pool I've shot ever. Ever. It was still horrible.
Yeah, there's a line.
Well, the thing about it is like, I'm sinking them, I'm knocking them all down, and then, of course, I scratch on the 8 ball. Come on.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
That was the threshold.
Yeah, that is true.
That's where you knew you had too much.
The thing about it is I only had 2. One was perfect. The second one I just nursed all night, so. But.
Well, now you know your limits.
Yeah, there you go.
How's your head? It doesn't look like it's cut off this week.
If I go on my toes, I'm cut off.
Well,
don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't be so tall. Here, I take my shoes off, lose about an inch, maybe half an inch. Make the studio smell like corn chips.
Yeah.
Is the audio going decent?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
I believe. Let's see.
I can read from the bottle. Our unfaltering obsession with selecting exceptional oak casks.
Hey, Lex.
Hey, man. Just so you know, check it out. How attractive you are up there.
So, not only can you not read, you are clearly blind beyond even just the reading comprehension part.
Beyond all comprehension.
Well, the good thing about being blind is, everybody's attractive, especially me.
Boy, do I look good.
Do you want to open that one up?
I don't know. I had one today. I'm
Did
not
you?
sure that I want
Don't want to be jonesing that hard?
Yeah.
Well, see, you got the upper, and you got the downer.
So we're going to let them fight it out.
That's right. Put them both in your stomach. We'll see which one.
Yeah.
Next time, I'm definitely getting the Lefroy.
Yeah. Which one are you going to get, the 18?
I don't know.
10.
Thanks, everyone, for joining us. We'll be starting in about 3 minutes.
Probably just the 10 if we're keeping it at the office. Keep it at my house would be the 18.
The 8, yeah.
You saying it was a bad idea for me to bring that in?
Well, that was a great idea, actually. But
do you remember when Jared came over and we were at the old office?
Yeah.
And he came over with a Lefroy 18, and he's a massive Scotch connoisseur, but he hates the 18.
Does he really?
Loves the 10.
Loves the
Hates
10?
the 18.
What doesn't he like about it? It's just too...
He says it's just too medicine-y. So he told me, but I think they're both great.
I haven't gotten that from it, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, for as little of that as I drink, I thought it was fabulous, actually. Okay. Hey, Shane, you must respect my authority.
Your authority?
Authority.
Okay. Oh, I love to placate Lex. Make him feel like he's somewhat important.
Of course you do.
Actually, it's in my job description.
Is that what, mine's to play the straight man?
It's on the website. Shane even wrote the blog post.
In the blog post. Read about how we abuse Lex.
Placating Lex.
Yeah. You never should mess with the sysadmin. Your stuff starts disappearing from backups, from the server.
I don't know what happened.
You got to prove it was there, man. I don't see it.
That's when you give them,
What?
You should take care
Your
of
machine starts rebooting in the middle of the day for no reason.
But you've got that look in your eye, and he knows.
Dude, I look guilty no matter what.
He should mention, not mention, Brand. Was Brand up here?
Brand's in there. Let's just make him disappear.
Yeah, why is Brand there? Isn't he?
I think he's in the manual updates, which is not being excluded. So,
Okay.
have you looked at? Go to the applications, Firefox old. There's a whole bunch
Easy.
that we can use there. What?
I'm glad you caught yourself.
The whole
There's a
bunch.
I almost
shabunch-load.
I almost did it earlier. So.
A bunch load of stuff we can work on there.
All right, 45 seconds.
Thanks for joining us today. Today we're going to be talking about what's coming up in the PDQ Deploy 7 release. If you have questions at any time during the webcast, ask them in the chat window, or you can email them to me at webcast@adminarsenal.com. Try to get as many questions as we can answered live. If your question's featured during the webcast, we'll send you PDQ swag, such as this PDQ shot glass. We also have rocks glasses available as well. So ask those questions. Now we'll turn it over to Shane and Lex.
Yeah, don't ask the questions.
Don't ask questions?
That's just more swag for me and you.
That's right. More glasses for us to drink out of. Right. Hey, I'm Lex.
I'm Shane. How you guys doing?
Hey.
Waiting for an answer. This is going to be the Blue's Clues version of
Blue's Clues version of our webcast. Wow. Have we sunk that low? I better drink up.
No, we aspire to that. What do you mean?
Oh, is that what it is? Oh. Well,
that's like the end. That's the end game right there, man.
Mm.
What's in our Outlook mail?
All right, we're going to talk a little bit about what's coming up in PDQ Deploy 7 now.
Beta's out, right? So hopefully you guys have been testing this.
Beta's going to end today or tomorrow. Is that correct, AJ?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
We'll just go ahead and commit. Yeah. So what you're going to be seeing here, this is slightly different from the beta. The most recent beta is beta 4. There have been some changes since then, just bug fixes. But if not today, we're hoping to have this out tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow morning.
Yes.
If all goes well.
So, but we do have installed here. Let's go ahead and move over to our desktop. We've got PDQ Deploy 7 running. And Lex, how do I find out what's new?
You know, I like RTFM.
Okay.
For all of you, I'll tell you exactly what that means. Read the...
it means go to help.
Go to help. Yes, go to help.
One of the changes we've made, we totally worked over documentation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's
a little more visually appealing.
Visually appealing, a lot more readable, we hope. I guess that's to be, up to you. Give us some feedback. But yeah, a completely new, far more integrated help system. But we're going to go to update notes, and you'll see just the main bullet items of what's new. We frozen again?
The desktop's
This is
not
3
moving.
for 3. The last 3. Thank you, Wirecast.
So basically what you can't see is what's under the new release.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You get inventory up on the screen.
Yeah. Okay, well.
Let's shut that off, put it back on maybe.
Shut what off?
Desktop presenter.
Well, sorry, guys. We're good. This is the recorder. I don't see desktop presenter. Okay.
Oh, main display. Change the display over to display number 2. There we go. Woohoo!
Okay, so we're going to
Once again,
We're live, people.
once again, the most professional webcast on the internet.
Once again, we're aspiring to Blue's Clues.
Is it?
All right, so we've got PDQ Deploy 7. Just go up to that's still kind of frozen there because I've closed help. God's sake. Main display. Here.
Yeah, go back to display number 2.
Okay. So now we're going to go over here to help and contents. And this is our new system.
Which works better than our webcast.
Yeah. So we're going to go to update notes. This is where you'll see the bullet list of the main changes. Now the biggest change besides the new help is we've totally rewritten the printing and the recording features. This will affect not only notifications for your deployments if you want to have email sent out for schedules or regular deployments, deploy once, deploy now. Also just much more in-depth reporting. So we'll cover that. That's going to be a lot of the webcast. And let's see. We'll talk a little bit about the mail notifications. Hey, Sean. And there we go. Okay, so let's just go ahead and jump right in. I'm going to close that.
So basically, first of all, are there any parameters we need to set in preferences?
Yeah. So if you look in preferences, file preferences, you'll remember the mail server. The notification before the notify. This is how do I want to have my deployments especially the schedules.
How do you want that reported?
Yeah, how do you want that reported? And it used to be that the email addresses that you would send to, they were set globally here in the preferences. So if you ever had a deployment, they would go to whatever, all the different email addresses that were here. You notice where did notify addresses go? Well, it went to a new panel called mail notifications. And in mail notifications, you'll see a couple of, for all intents and purposes, notification profiles. Your full details, your notification, and your summary. And you can create new profiles as you see fit. When you upgrade, if you already have your notify addresses and your email information set up, those recipients will go into the notification.
They'll transfer over.
So you can see that I've got this one set for me. That was there as part of the upgrade, but the mail server information is all right there.
Yep.
Sound good? Let's see.
So again, the nice thing about the different profiles is you don't have to send everybody all the information all the
Correct.
time. You can send, less in-depth information to your boss if you want to.
For example, yeah, you could say, let's create a new one, and we're gonna create a new one just called failed
Deployments.
computers.
Failed computers, okay.
Failed computers. And who do we want to send this to? We'll send this to Lex at deadwood.com. And let's see. And we'll do the subject is failed systems. So maybe you want this for your manager or something like that. Right? Failed systems. Or maybe you want your manager just to get the ones that
Succeed.
succeed, and then you get
the failed,
email that failed. So anyway, so we're going to go over here to the details. Since this is failed, we're going to say just show failed instead of show all. And maybe we don't want the start time or the finish time. The elapsed time is probably okay, and any error messages, right? Does that sound good?
Sounds delightful.
Perfect. And now that we have populated the two fields, so there's an email address in there, and our mail server's been set up so it knows which mail server to send these notifications out. When you do a deployment, let's come over here to Firefox. So this is the old Firefox. I'm just going to go ahead and
let's get rid of that. Do a little maintenance here, a little cleanup.
when you hit deploy, bring this down here. Sorry, JJ. When you hit deploy,
You can actually choose which profile the notification is.
post notification. It's going to be called post notification, post deployment notification, and you'll see all your different notifications that you've set up. But the ones that are grayed out have no email recipients, so you can't choose those. And by the way, the notifications part, that's a pro or enterprise feature. It's not going to be available in free. So I'd say I want to just say failed computers here, right?
Yep.
You can edit your notifications, what we had just done by clicking on the edit notifications. That'll just take you right to the preferences panel. So once again, I just click the edit notifications there. And perfect. So the next time you do a deployment, it's going to remember the failed computers, and you can just change that per deployment. And of course, your schedules, you change that per schedule.
Definitely.
Let's see. Let's take a peek. In fact, let's go ahead and deploy Firefox. How about we do that?
Let's do that. Let's do some updates.
Okay. So we're going to choose targets. We're going to go to PDQ Inventory because we've got our collection library. Collection library is available. If you have PDQ Inventory Enterprise mode, that's the collection library is available there.
Yep. We'll go look at applications under collection library and then internet browsers.
Yep, thank you. And we'll go to Firefox. I'm going to make this window a little wider. So we're going to go to Firefox Old. These are the machines that have old versions of Firefox, right? Should we do all of them?
I like it. One click, we got them all.
We can
One
do
more
them all.
click, we launch them all.
There we go. We'll say OK. Post-deployment notification. Since we'd never actually sent that last one, it didn't keep it. So we'll just keep it with notification. And if you don't want to send anything, obviously don't send. And then we'll hit we'll just hit deploy. And then you see the regular deployments. So now I've got this highlighted. I've got Mozilla Firefox. I'm looking in the Deployments tab. So I can highlight this deployment and just cover a few things for you. Number one, you'll have your print preview. Go ahead and zoom out there, JJ.
So basically, we're going to look at a deployment report at this point.
Well, actually, before we do the report, we're going to actually go to print preview. Now, what's the difference between print preview and reports? The print preview effectively just prints what's on the screen. So if I have this highlighted and I hit print and preview, notice I haven't activated any of these. This lower panel of the computers is not activated, just this guy. So I'm going to hit print preview, and it's only going to show me information about that deployment without giving me the computers.
Basically, what has been selected at that point.
The number of computers that are going out there so far as of this point, the number that were successful. And then you have a couple of different profiles up here. Notice we've got this set to best fit single row, best fit multiple rows where it will wrap. That can be a little, for me it's a little confusing, but some people like it. And of course then you have your on-screen widths. I like to try to go with a single row.
Yeah.
But once again, it wraps. If you want to change your, go from portrait to landscape, that should remember that previous setting. There we go. Now, I want to show you another thing about the print preview. And then, of course, from here, you can either print it or you can, save it to like a PDF file or something like that and then email it out. But, let's say that right now, if you click this little top
Customize
corner,
the grid, yeah.
Notice these are the visible columns. The visible columns are everything that you see here. So if I want to hide some columns from being seen, like say I want to remove created, I can just say, don't show me created, and don't show me the deployment user. And then I'm not going to see those there. And then when I hit a print preview, I'm not going to see those either. But maybe there's a time where you want to see them here on your console, but you don't want them printed. That's where you would just come over and uncheck from the print column those that you don't want to see. So you'll still see them here, but you won't see them in a print preview. Does that make sense?
Makes total sense.
All right. So once again, that's the print preview. Now, as Lex had mentioned, let's look at, oh, by the way, if I click anywhere down here, so now I've selected this deployment, but now I've clicked in the computers window. If I hit print preview, now I'm actually going to see all the different computers. All right.
To basically change the focus down to what's been deployed at that
Correct.
point.
And we are looking for your feedback. If there's something that you'd like to see changed here, by all means, let us know. This is still, we like to think that this is somewhat of a work in progress. Now the reports, different from what printing is, what you're printing on the screen. When you hit reports, you can go to deployment details. This is what is enabled here. Notice you have package library details, schedule. Those are grayed out because they're just not applicable here. So we're going to go to deployment details. There's your full details. There's your summary. If we go to summary, you're going to see basically just that, the summary. And you can modify this information. Edit the summary. If I say, the summary is just showing, it's not showing any of this information, that's fine. You can say, I want to go to full details and see that. Here's the full details. But if you want to edit that to say, you know what, don't show me the finished. There you go.
To get some control of what you are and are not seeing. So
Absolutely.
make it more personal.
And because it's a different report, I'm going to go back to landscape. Generally, I like landscape. You get a
little better feel for the data.
So the report, there are some reports that JJ just asked if it's a pro feature. There are some reports that you can run in free mode, but you can't change anything. You can't add any new things. But yeah, in free mode, there should be some reports. Of course, they're not applicable during schedules because schedules are
Enterprise Pro feature.
But let's look at that. Let's go to schedules. Let's say that we want to schedule Firefox. So we've already done a deploy once. We had 2 faileds. Let's see, yep. Oh, Fletch, because that's a system that is not on the domain. And Heisenberg, probably the computer is offline. So let's go to new schedule. And this is just to show you how you can choose which reports or notifications, you should say, because there's a report and then there's notification. Notification happens, that's the email that happens after. We'll show you that. Firefox. We'll call this Firefox. Targets. We're going to link to that same collection.
Just make our lives easier. Now, if you're getting a lot of these reports, I like to minimize what I'm getting, stuff that means something to me. So usually what I'm going to choose is I want to know what failed. I'm glad that things worked, but if something failed, I want to be able to track down why it failed.
Okay.
So generally when I do notifications, That's what I go after, stuff that I can have actions on.
Okay, so we'll come over here to our options in the schedule. Post deployment notification is at this point don't send. We're going to change that to our failed computers. Remember, we created that earlier on in the webcast. So we're going to say failed computers, say OK, and that's the post deployment notification. That's the email that goes out. But I can still select this schedule and go up to reports, and notice I've got package details. In this case, it would give me information about this Firefox package. You can see it just breaks down some of the description, the version, etc., and it breaks down all the steps. If I don't want to include the step details, then it just gives me the basic package information. All right. But there's also, that was the package report. If we go to schedule details, then we can look at this and say, this is, if this were to be run at this point, these are the targets that would be
considered old,
that would receive this. These are the members of that collection at this time. And Mozilla Firefox 41, you can see just the full details, and of course, then there's the summary. And of course, you can always modify these. All right, just by clicking edit. Perfect. So we're not going to go through every single report. There's a lot of them. I mean, this has taken a long time. If you've been following us on the betas, you'll notice that this has changed quite a bit, and that's based off of your feedback, as well as discussions over here.
Yeah.
This
better usability, basically.
Yeah, try to get this to be as intuitive as possible. So the new help system, we've got the new reports. By the way, if you guys have any questions, by all means, throw them out. And we are looking for your feedback of, hey, this report, I would like this kind of I would like to see this kind of information.
Yeah.
Just so you know. All right. And let's come back over here to help real quick. Update notes. Yeah, so we talked about the new mail notifications.
Another new thing, obviously the second line there, conditions for Windows 10.
Yes. We have had a few people say, hey, I'm running this, I need to deploy something, but I want to exclude, or either just have it go to Windows 10 or exclude it. I don't see that option. That's because it's in Deploy 7, which has been in beta for 2 months.
Yeah.
It's a very long beta for us.
And just so you know, if there are packages that are Windows 10 specific, you do need to have Deploy 7 to actually be able to see those packages.
Correct. If you build a package in Deploy 6 or Deploy 5 and you push it out to a target, as long as the Windows 8 conditions are set, that will also go to
Windows 10.
So you can deploy to Windows 10. It's just those very specific things. For example, Flash. Let's go over here to the package library. And actually, this brings up a good point. Flash was just updated. There was some critical security fixes. But the installation files, which we use from Adobe, they didn't remove the registry setting of previous versions of Flash. So it looked like 2 Flashes were installed. In actuality, they weren't, but that's why we put this little notice up here. Due to issues with the latest Adobe, we recommend that you run the uninstall.
Yeah, we did track that down, and it's a bug that Adobe's working on.
Yep.
So
if you click here, you'll just see we linked to an Adobe community forum where people were complaining about it. If you scroll down, you'll see a member of the staff say this is definitely a bug, and we're working on a fix.
Yeah.
All right. So
go Adobe, get that taken care of for us.
But in the meantime, grab your uninstall Flash player and import that. Deploy it out before you run Flash.
And make a nested package. Hit that one first, then hit the install.
Just you make it a nested package. That was actually a tweet. Somebody said, "Hey, can I just import the uninstall and then nest it into my regular Flash package?" And the answer is yes. But if you want to deploy both the ActiveX and the NPAPI Flash, don't nest it in 2 different packages because you'll uninstall the previous.
Yes, that is true. You will.
Just do the math on that one.
Yeah.
Anyway, but what I was trying to say, let's come over here to packages. I'm going to just go to Flash. You'll only see this package if you are running Deploy 7. And that is, where is that? Or am I smoking crack?
You didn't share with me this morning if you were, so.
Windows 10. Yeah, nope. Looks like where the hell did that go? Maybe did it get removed?
I wonder if it doesn't hit the
There's a flash that we had out there that was specifically for Windows 10.
Yeah.
Because if you try to deploy the flash for Windows 8, this is the ActiveX. The flash for Windows 8, it's going to fail.
Yeah.
So where the hell did that go?
Note to self: find that out right after the webcast.
Sorry. Yeah, we have a question. Go for it.
Before deployment begins, could we have the option to do a pre-scan with PDQ Inventory to determine if the target still meets the linked criteria for the deployment? Dave H.
Hi, Dave. It's a good question. We obviously have the scan after so that you'll update whatever's happened, but that's not a feature that we have now. We can put that in to a feature request and discuss that, but generally speaking, what I do as a best practice, I might have some fairly aggressive scanning schedules that go out. But yeah, it's not tied to a package right now. It would have to be a new feature.
Yeah.
If you want, for example, we just did let's say we're going to deploy Chrome. I'm going to go to PDQ Inventory. I'm going to go to Applications in the Collection Library. I'm going to go to let's collapse this, go to Chrome. I'm going to go to Chrome here. I'm going to just say scan this collection.
And just hit applications because we're just looking
Just
after.
scan it right now and then deploy it to this collection, because then you'll get this will remove any systems that have the new Chrome.
It's true, but
So
it
yeah,
won't
it's
add
an
any
extra
new
step,
ones,
Dave. Right now it's an extra step. We'll put that as a feature request, but we do. I'll be fully transparent. We do have a lot of feature requests that we're currently working on, so I'm not sure when we'd be able to get to that. So for right now, it will still just be a manual setting, or of course you can have fairly aggressive scan schedules.
Yeah, if you're auto deploying, do that scan about 20 minutes before the auto deploy, you're good to go.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. And you can schedule your scans based on the scan profile in PDQ Inventory. Go to Preferences, go to your scan profiles. In this case, I'm looking at Applications. Open up Applications, and there's your scan schedules. You could say scan at an interval, et cetera, et cetera. So just keep that in mind. We have another question. Can we schedule a report to run daily that only lists failed deployments? This would before all deployment jobs.
Run this before all deployment jobs? Okay.
I'm trying to think here. Hi, Brian. Can we schedule a report to run daily that would only?
Or this would be for all deployment jobs, not
for
before.
for all of them.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question. Let's find out. I don't think so, but let's find out. No, because this is for all. You would have to
you
go
want
to all
the fails
deployments
before every fail that failed before you run any of the new deployments for the day.
Oh.
No, am I?
This is what he typed. Not before. This would be for all deployment jobs.
Yeah, so let me see. If we were to go to, first of all, PDQ deploy. I'm all staring at inventory like a moron.
What's this?
Yeah, let's go to all deployments, reports, deployment details. Full details, we'll create a new one. I don't know. I don't think so. Only show failed.
I think it'd probably be on a deployment by deployment basis. I don't know that we could do it for everything. I don't think about how that's working.
Yeah, because it's going to show, in this case, it's...
Wouldn't be a bad report, though.
No, it wouldn't. I don't think so. Sorry.
We're going to go with not right now. Maybe later.
No, because really, unless you're doing a print, the print preview off of the printed screen, I mean, you could go, when you're looking at all deployments, you can go over here to print preview, and it's going to give you, all of the different deployments. So you can see Firefox, our test deployments, all these different deployments that we've done, and you can see all those faileds. But that's on the print preview. That's just printing on what's on the screen.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the deployment reports are based per deployment, not spanning deployments. So, okay.
Where can I view a history of packages that have been deployed and redeployed to a given computer?
To a given, okay, so you're looking at a report per
computers.
Per computer. Okay, so we've got a feature that we're working on in inventory to kind of tie computers in inventory with their deployment histories in PDQ deploy. So that would be forthcoming in an upcoming version of PDQ inventory where you'd be able to do that. Say, hey, I want to look at all deployments for this computer or for computers in this collection.
Yeah.
But that's not available at this moment. Without you trying to do some magic using SQL against our databases, which you could do by all means, but it's not a native feature. Not per computer, just so you know.
You know, and if you do that, we have a great forum out there. Share it with everybody. Send that out.
Yeah, absolutely. But thank you for the question there.
Yeah.
Do we have any more questions?
No other questions.
No other questions.
No questions.
So a few things we ask you. Please play around with these reports. Give us your feedback. Say, hey, this is useful. This is not useful. Lex is uglier than I thought. Either thought or thought humanly possible.
How can that be? I mean, there's the baseline of ugly. There's me, and then everything goes from there.
No. There's baseline of ugly, which is once again.
Wow. Oh,
yours.
JJ, don't do that, man. That's just cruel. This is cruel to everybody, man.
That's fantastic. I think Lex's contract did say more close-ups.
That's right.
But he wants close-ups of his pecs. That's the whole thing.
Yeah. Only because it says respect my
Authority. All right. I'm going to drink some scotch.
Yeah.
Good questions, folks. Sorry that some of these features aren't there, but we'll jump on that. And by jump on that, I mean we'll ignore that as soon as humanly possible.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you have anything you want to bring up, Lex? Well, all right then. I'm Shane. You don't even have to have yours.
I'm just
goodbye.
going to punch you right in the face, man. See you all later.
Farewell.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining us today. We are excited to see what you think about the new features in PDQ Deploy 7. If your question was featured during the webcast, be sure to email me at webcast@adminarsenal.com so I can hook you up with some PDQ swag. We'll catch you all later.